everyone, a very warm welcome to the Prodigy series. This is Sweta, your English Master Teacher at Vedantu. The poem that we are going to delve into today is Dust of Snow, the one-shot revision of Dust of Snow. But before starting off with this poem, guys, I would request you people to go through the introduction and complete analysis of the poem, because we had discussed a lot of things over there related to the poem. Line by line explanation was done in the previous session. So in case you haven't watched this, guys, please do watch it and then come to the one shot revision series, where we will be discussing about the mapping of the poem, the poetic devices, and of course the question and answers. So guys, are we ready? Are we excited to start off with the one-shot revision series of Dust of Snow? Show me some excitement in the chat box. Give me a quick high five in the chat box and give me a thumbs up in the chat box. And now, let us begin our session with the word of the day suggested by Dishagra. Thank you so much for the word, Dishagra. It is euphoric. Euphoric is characterized by feeling of intense excitement and happiness. So now you can incorporate this word into your daily vocabulary, and instead of saying excitement and happiness, extreme excitement and happiness, or intense excitement or happiness, you can use euphoric, right? That will definitely add flavor to your conversation and make your conversation interesting. Okay, so now coming to the homework answer given by Uday. Thank you so much, dear, for giving this homework answer. Unconventional way. Yes, so the question was, how does Frost present nature? Frost with capital S, please, because Frost is a proper noun. It's the name. Okay. So unconventional way, of course, Frost has presented nature in an unconventional manner. But Frost made it, again Frost in capital, but he turned that he turned it joyful and happy. So why unconventional? One thing that you have missed over here is you had to talk about the conventional. What is the conventional way of presenting nature? Usually we talk about beautiful birds, right? I had explained in that poem, in that video, we talk about beautiful poems, right? So you have to first talk about the conventional way of presenting nature. What is that? Beautiful birds. But instead of this, what has Frost done? He has presented crow, which is usually a bird which is ugly and is said to bring an ill omen, right? But he has later transformed that into a joyful and a happy symbol. And Uday says, I learned from this poem, how is our mind okay, that is, he wants to say that everything depends on our outlook, right? So your answer is correct. It just needs a bit of framing. So guys, I see very few of you had posted your answers. You need to post your answers, guys. Only then I can, correct it, and I can modify it, and I can let you know what your mistakes, where your mistakes are, and how can you improve on it. Please do post your homework answers. And now we will be starting with our session. The Dust of Snow, sorry, by Robert Frost. We already have discussed that Robert Frost was an American poet, and we had also discussed about his themes and the type of poem, the style of writing. Okay, what does he incorporate in the previous video? So please don't miss that video. And he is known to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. He's the only poet to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. Now guys, before beginning with the poem, I would like you to answer one question. So guys, please put down your answers in the chat box. I will show you 3 images and you need to tell me. This is a game, okay? Let's play a game before starting off with the session. I will show you 3 pictures. You have to tell me, what do you think or do in the following situations? Are we ready? Are we ready for the game, guys? Quickly tell me in the chat box. Are we ready for the game? Are we excited for the game? Okay, let's start with the very first picture. Please do not go anywhere. I'm going to show you a picture. You have to tell me instantly what comes in your mind. Okay, this is the game. Okay, you cannot think. Okay, this one. Come on, quickly. I want your answers in the chat box. What do you think about this particular? What is this? It's a cat. It's a black cat, right? So most of you must have written cat, black cat. So what do you think when you see a black cat? What comes in your mind? Maybe you can think that it brings ill luck, bad. Okay, that is, black cats are usually considered unlucky. Don't you think so? How many of you think so? Give me a quick yes, no. So immediately what comes in your mind by seeing a black cat? That is what you have to put down in your chat, in the chat box. Come on guys, I want your answers in the chat box. Okay, are we ready for the next picture? Ready for the next picture? Have you all put down your chats in the chat box? Are we ready for the next one? Okay, let's get started. Let's get started with the next picture. Are we ready? Here we go. What can you see in this picture, and what would you do in such a situation? There's a car and there's a cat trying to cross the road. I mean, it will be crossing the road before you reach. So, in such a situation, it might have happened with you while you are on your way, maybe driving a car, driving a scooter, whatever it is, and a cat crosses your path. What do you do? Come on, guys. Come on, people. I need your answers in the chat box. Okay, are we ready for the third one now? The final picture. The final picture. This is a game, and I will tell you what conclusion do we come. Do we make from this particular game? Come on, people. Third picture. Okay, chalo. Right here, right now. Okay, this is, let's say, your balcony, and there's a crow cawing constantly. What will you do? What do you do when you see a crow in your balcony and it is also making noise? It's cawing. Common occurrence, right? Day-to-day occurrence. What do you do? Come on, guys, in the chat box. Okay, now those people, those students who had written for the first one, black cat, those students who have written that, you might have this opinion that black cats are unlucky. We all have heard this, right? Second is, what we do when we see a cat crossing our path, we often stop for a while, right? We think that this is something which is going to, cause something evil, or maybe something unfortunate might happen, right? If we don't stop. That is the popular superstition. Would you agree with me? Yes or no? Next is, when we see a crow cawing constantly, it is so irritating, right? You want to shoo it away because you don't like a crow. You don't like a crow. It is black, it is ugly. You think that it brings ill omen, right? That is also the popular superstition. Now let's see what the poet is trying to show you in this particular poem, and why did I show you this particular picture. Actually, what this poem is trying to tell you is going to transform your mind and get you you will be rid of these particular superstitions instantaneously. So let's start with a wonderful quote. Too often, we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Which means, little things or small things can have a deep impact. Alright, this is one of the prominent themes of this particular poem. Right? So now I will show you the mapping of the poem. I will use the full screen and I will disappear. Please look at the map of the poem very carefully. Understand the theme of the poem. Alright, are we ready? So did you enjoy the game, guys? Give me a quick high five in the chat box. So, and a thumbs up in the chat box too. Okay, let's start off with the mapping. Alright, so now you see the characters are the poet, the crow. These are the characters in the poem. Okay, now setting of the poem is snow-covered forest. That's the setting. Okay? Rhyme scheme is this one. This is the rhyme scheme. Now, imagery. hemlock tree, winter snow, and crow. These are the nature imagery. Irony. The poem ends with an irony. Why? Because we have already seen that a crow is considered a symbol of ill omen. It doesn't bring good luck. But ironically, irony is what? The difference between the expectation and reality. So we expect a crow to bring ill luck. That is our expectation. But what happens in reality in this particular poem? It is able to improve the poet's day. So therefore, the poem ends in an irony. Okay. Symbolism. Hemlock tree and black crow represents negativity, right? I told you, when you see a black crow, what do you think of? You think negative. So in the initial stanza, they do represent negativity and they manifest the gloomy mood of the poet. Gloomy mood of the poet. But at the, gloomy mood of the poet. But at the end, the poem ends with an irony because these particular, the so-called symbols of negativity are actually able to transform the poet's day. Now, coming to the theme, what the poet is trying to tell you is significance of small natural events. Okay, that is the first theme. Nature's healing power, that is the second theme. And communion between humans and nature. And of course, another theme I have already talked about, little things make great impact, right? And everything depends on our outlook. So we should have a positive outlook. We should be like protons, right? Always having, so it is our mind which basically is positive or negative. It is nothing, I mean, there is nothing in the nature which can be negative. So a black cat is actually not bringing ill luck. It is your mindset which makes you think so. If you turn your outlook into, if you make your outlook positive or optimistic, like in the poem, if the poet would have considered the crow as a negative symbol, then this transformation, the positive transformation, would not have happened, right? So it is important for everyone to be positive, because positivity in your mind, as Milton said, mind is a place which can make a heaven out of hell and hell out of heaven. That is going to make things beautiful. If you automatically think that yes, the black cat is unlucky, then you are already, it is ingrained in your mind, right? So if the poet would also have had the similar thoughts that this crow is something which is not good, it's going to bring ill luck, it would have, the poet would have shooed it away, and then this positive transformation would not have happened, right? So that is again another important theme of this poem. Now let's move ahead with this poem. What actually happened in the poem? Please look at this. It began, in the beginning, the poet was in a sad mood and he was walking by a hemlock tree, which is again considered as a bad omen because hemlock tree is poisonous. Okay. An ominous crow, please note, crows are considered ominous, sitting on the branch of the hemlock tree, shakes the tree. But what is it doing? It is shaking the tree and causing the dust of snow to fall on the poet. Now this dust of snow is definitely positive, okay, positive symbol or happy symbol of nature. And at the end, the poet realizes that an action tiny as the falling of a particle of snow has offered healing properties to the poet. That means nature as a healer, and it has changed poet's mood considerably. But what has caused this healing property? Not just the snow, it was also the combined action of the hemlock tree and the ominous crow. So have you understood the themes of the poem? Give me a quick yes no. Give me a quick yes no in the chat box. Guys, have you understood how beautifully it has been presented to us? Although the poem is a very short one, but it has deep philosophical meaning, and that is so very evident in our day-to-day life. Alright, now coming to the poetic devices, here you go guys. The first poetic device is assonance. Shook down on me. So shook down on me. So repetition of the consonant, sorry, vowel sound O. O has been repeated. Sorry. Yeah. O has been repeated. The vowel sound O has been repeated. So that is why it is assonance. And what do we have? What else do we have? Alliteration. How has given my heart. So the consonant sound H has been repeated in the initial syllable. Right? Here also saved some. So again, the consonant sound S has been repeated. Alright guys. And so now I will come full screen again. And yes, one more important, figure of speech is enjambment. Okay, enjambment. That is, there is only a punctuation mark at the end of the poem. The thought is continued. The whole poem is one sentence, right? The whole poem is what? It is just one sentence, and the thought is continued throughout, and it ends over here. So absence of punctuation mark over here. So that is the poetic device of enjambment. So I hope you people have understood so far. And now we will be delving into the Q&A session, that is the question and answer session. I want active participation from you people. We will have multiple choice questions as well, and we will have subjective questions. So I want active participation in both the types. Are we ready? Okay, before we start off with the quick Q&A session, I have something very interesting for you to announce. I have good news for you. Are you excited to listen to the good news? Yes, give me a quick yes in the chat box. How many of you are excited? Come on, give me a quick high five in the chat box and type yes in the chat box so that I know that you people are excited. Okay, let's start off with the good news. So guys, you want to join us in order to gain 100% knowledge and 100% marks? What you need to do? You need to visit the link in the description box. Now, the good news that I was talking about was the VIP, that is Vedantu Improvement Promise. So, this is a promise made by all of us to you people that your improvement is guaranteed, right? So, unlimited live classes with fun and high level quiz questions. Okay, so we are guaranteeing your improvement. It is a must, it is a guarantee from all of us. Okay, so in our sessions you will be able to have unlimited live classes. You will have no more you will have to wait for the classes. No more you have to wait for the Menti quiz, because each and every session is going to have high level quiz question. I will show you the platform and tell you exactly what are we doing in the platform, right? You can compete with the students throughout the world. You get a lot of exposure, guys. Plus, even the replays will have live quizzes. So not only the sessions that you are attending live, but even if you are watching the replay, that's also not going to be boring. You can participate in the live quiz even there, and you will get the leaderboard even there. Isn't that amazing, guys? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that so exciting? Right? Plus, you will have downloaded content. I will show you where to go and how to download the content with handwritten notes of the master teachers. Plus, you can also have assignments at the end of the session. All your doubts are going to be solved then and there with the help of our class teachers who will be sitting throughout the session. Plus, you will have quality tests also, so that you have a complete analysis of your performance. And talking about micro courses, crash courses for boards and competitive exams, we are constantly filling up the gap that can come in the process of education with our micro courses and crash courses. I'm also taking micro courses. You can get yourselves enrolled in those courses. Micro courses are absolutely free for you people. You do not have to take any other subscription. Just one subscription, and micro courses and crash courses, everything is free. So let me tell you now, let me show you how to get enrolled. Okay, so I will show you. Let's say this is the session. This is the session. Okay, guys, please do watch this session. This is Dust of Snow, the previous one. Okay, if you haven't, then please do. So this is how you will get into the link. Acha, ठीक है, I'll go full screen first. Okay. Okay. Now SWRE Pro, that is going to give you 10% discount, right? We have three plans: Light, Classic, Plus. Okay. Now all of these plans have live interactive courses, test series analysis, assignments and notes, doubt solving during class. These are common for all of these plans. Classic will have this particular special feature, that is doubt solving on mobile app, that is there for the classic. And plus plan is going to have a personal mentor. Isn't that amazing? These are the prices. You can try each plan for even a month. You can try each plan for even a month. All right guys, so now you have to boost your preparation up with our courses, and I will show you. And let me tell you guys, we are not just catering to your academics, we are also catering to various other courses like your personality development and other clubs. I am particularly taking the communicative English club, which is again going to enhance and it's going to add on to everything. So I'll show you one of those sessions as well. So first let me show you the academic session, and I will also show you the other session where we had club activities. So that is going to be again very helpful and at the same time very fun. So let me show you the dust of snow wala session. Okay, dust of snow, fire and ice, two topics together covered. So you can see over here there are so many quiz questions, right? So many quiz questions, and you see over here 139 doubts asked and 139 doubts solved, all of them solved. Okay, so I'll show you the replay little bit so that you get a hang of how do we do this. Okay, so this is how it looks like. You can see all of this. The quiz questions are conducted. Okay, the students can also be unmuted. Okay, so personalization, which is missing in YouTube sessions, they are also there, right? So this is one of my long-term batches, and now I will show you how to get the notes from there. So the same session I will show you. Get notes. Click on get notes and you can get all the notes. All the notes, the handwritten notes. Even the handwritten notes are made available to you. So see, even the handwritten notes are made available. And now I will show you the non-academic and personality development kind of session, that is the communicative English club that we have started recently. That session is also super exciting, guys. Let me show the replay. This was a debate session held, the clash of minds. So I'll show you the replay of this particular session, so you just have a look. This is for free. You do not have to enroll this for this separately. Okay, you get it along with the subscription, right? You don't have to pay anything. So these are the quiz questions that were held in this session, and of course we had activity. 381 doubts asked, 380 solved. Okay, so this was the doubt statistics in that class. So just imagine, okay, the excitement in the students in that particular session. I'll just show you the replay. Okay, so look at this particular activity. It was so very exciting. Okay, it was so very exciting, right? The students get unmuted and they needed to, speak up. This was very, very exciting. Unless and until you join the session, you won't be able to, understand. See, the students get excited. This was a debate that was held, right? So this is the kind of excitement that is there in our session. So I think this is something which you should opt for, because right now you people are not having the school classes, right? So much you have to your all-round personality development is very, very important for you, and that is what we are taking care of in the Vedantu platform. Not just from the academical point of view, that also we are of course excelling, but the non-academic part as well. So this is something which you people need. So what you need to do is just visit this link in the description box and pin comment, and this is the coupon code that you need to use in order to get the 10% discount. I have already talked about the pricing, guys. ठीक है, and all the micro courses are absolutely free, unlimited micro courses you will get, ठीक है, and as I told you, we are promising your improvement, okay. So this is where we come in, we ensure and assure progress, okay. A unique and one of its kind initiative taken by Vedantu. What is it? That if there is no progress, we will return your fees. Okay, so that is the kind of improvement guarantee that we are taking, right, guys? So we promise to take complete ownership and accountability of the child's academic progress, right? So, guys, so many activities we are having and so many features we are having only and only to fulfill all your educational needs. We are giving you that feeling which is going to develop not just academically but your all round personality, because now you are not going to not able to go to school and you are somewhere lacking that socialization. So your personality is some way, the development that should have happened is not happening right now. So we are there to help you in each and every aspect, right? We believe if it can be measured, it can be definitely improved. So guaranteed improvement in your child's school and board exam scores. That is the guarantee that we are taking. Guaranteed improvement in Vedantu's benchmark test. And we take a lot of tests. We have benchmark tests and so many others. Okay, so that we can measure your progress and then guarantee your improvement. No progress, get your course fee back. No questions asked. All right, guys. So commitment needs a helping hand. While you have your word, we ask for your support. A minimum of 75% of the assigned test, a mandatory 75% attendance. That is what we need to ensure your improvement, right? So our promise assured. In case the performance is not as per your expectation, we will be returning your fees. No progress, get your fees back. These are the dates, guys, where the batch is starting, and I am taking foundation batch, that is CBSE plus 10th A, 9th A. These are the two batches, and I am taking the micro courses. Also, I am involved in the Communicative English Club. That is the club which I am taking care of. So, guys, these are my batches, and the other teachers, you will have all the wonderful teachers out there who are taking other batches. So that you can definitely select any batch. You will get wonderful teachers. That is an assurance, guys. So these are the batch starting dates. Okay, please note it down. All right, so now we will move ahead with the Q&A session, and you need to give me the answers in the chat box. All right, are we ready for the very first question? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, chalo. The first question is extract based question. Read this particular, it's a short poem, so it's the full poem. Now the first question is, of the many symbols, one second, let me change the color of the pen. Of the many symbols the hemlock tree represents, choose the one that frost drew upon in all likelihood. Okay, so that means hemlock tree represents many symbols. So you have to select one from that. Okay, which one is for this poem? Longevity, togetherness, healing, or protection? Very, very simple. Very simple. Please give your answers in the chat box, guys. Please. Yes, it is healing. Absolutely correct, people. Well done, everyone. Well done. Next question, guys. Choose the option. Read the question carefully. Choose the option showing the reason not corresponding with a crow shook down on me the dust of snow. So why do you think the crow had not shaken down? What is the reason? There are several reasons which might help the crow to shake down the branch of the tree. Which among the following reasons is not one of the reasons? Okay, the crow's landing on the branch of tree, the readjustment of the position of the crow on the branch, the cawing of the crow hidden in the foliage. What do you think? Which is not a reason why the crow might have shaken the branch of the tree? Give me the answer, guys. Come on, people in the chat box. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. The questions are a bit twisted. Okay. So you need to concentrate on the question. Read the question carefully and then answer. Very good, people. The cawing of the crow hidden in the foliage, it cannot be the reason why the crow shook the branch, right? The crows landing on the branch of the tree definitely could be a possible reason why the crow had shaken the branch of the tree, because it was readjusting its position. Definitely, that could also cause the branch to shake. But hidden in the foliage and just the cawing of the crow, that cannot shake the branch of the tree, right? I hope you've understood the question. Next question, are we ready for that? How did you like these questions, guys? Come on, people, hit the like button. Please don't be a miser on that. Please do hit the like button first. Okay, let's move to the third question. Again, a multiple choice question. Identify the option that does not use the word rue correctly. The film was a disaster and he rued his decision to act in it. I am sure she rued the day she listened to a fortune teller. It wasn't long before I rued my disobedience and my deceit. The one who is dishonest and heartless is finally ruled by others. For giving the answer correctly, you need to know the meaning of the word rue, which we had discussed in the previous session. If you did not attend the previous session, then guys, please do attend it. We had discussed the entire vocabulary. Let me see the answer in the chat box. Okay, the answer is the one who is dishonest and heartless is finally ruled by others. Here the word is misplaced. The word, this sentence does not make any sense. The word rude means regretted. So this word in the context of this sentence is not used correctly. Are we ready for the subjective question? I want the same intensity of participation for the subjective questions as well. So the very first question. What does the presence of a hemlock tree tell you about the setting of the poem? Very, very simple. Please do let me know your points for the answer. What does the presence of a hemlock tree tell you about the setting of the poem? Very, very simple. First of all, you need to tell that what is a hemlock tree? You will begin, see, everybody is going to write this particular answer, right? I am going to teach you how to make your answers different from the rest, okay? Because that is what is going to fetch you the bonus marks. All right. So what you are going to start with, you are first going to start with what is a hemlock tree. So define hemlock tree, which we have already done in the previous video, right? Sorry. It's a tree it's a poisonous tree with white flowers. That is what you will write first. Hemlock tree is a poisonous tree with white flowers, right? And then you say that it symbolizes ill omen or bad omen, right? Now, this is a manifestation. So therefore, the poem begins in a gloomy atmosphere, right? Because the poet has used hemlock tree, which is a poisonous tree. Therefore, the poem begins in a gloomy atmosphere, and it shows it is manifesting the poet's. It manifests the poet's sorrowful or depressed. Okay, guys. So this is what you need to write in the poem, and then you can also in the conclusion add, but later on this hemlock tree was responsible for the uplifted the poet's mood, right, in the later half of the poem, right? So this negative transformed into something positive in the later half of the poem. That is how you should conclude your answer. And then who is going to stop you to fetch the highest marks? Nobody. Okay, so these are the steps that you need to follow. Next question is, rationalize what you think the poet was probably doing when the dust of snow fell on him. Come on, people. What do you think that the poet was probably doing when the dust of snow fell on him? Very, very simple. Of course, you have to start with the poet feeling sad. Okay, he was passing by the hemlock tree, right? So you have to also mention that he was passing by the hemlock tree, and he was in a depressive mood. depressed mood, or you can also say sorrowful mood, which we have already done, which is represented by the hemlock tree, which is a poisonous tree. Okay, when the dust of snow fell on him. Now you can also say that this is the symbol of joy. Okay, just as this was the symbol, negative symbol, this is something which is positive. But who was responsible of making this positivity of having this positive symbol? It was of course the combined efforts of the crow and the hemlock tree, the so-called negative symbols. He was lost in his thoughts, but the falling of the snow changed his mood and attention. You can say it uplifted his mood, and therefore it shows the healing power of nature. And he also you can also say that nothing in nature can be negative, right? So these are the points that you need to add in order to make the answer complete. Okay guys, because this is something which everyone is going to write. How can you stand out from the rest? By adding these points. Next question guys. Simple movement proves to be very significant and saves the rest of the day from being wasted. That is the theme of the poem that we had already done. You have to explain this statement on the basis of this poem. Now for this poem, you can also begin with the quote that I have used at the beginning of the presentation. Remember? Remember the quote? You can use that. That is going to add to your answer. And what you are going to say is, definitely it conveys that a simple moment has a large significance. That is how you can begin with the introduction. Introduction can be also the quote. That will be a wonderful way of introducing your answer, giving introduction to this answer, because this is a 5-mark question guys. So you have to be a bit detailed and you have to have the correct structure of your answer. Okay. Now crow signifies is depressive. Crow and the hemlock tree, both of them are used as negative symbols, okay, symbolizing his sorrowful and depressive mood. Okay, he was not in a good mood, so he describes the dark, depressive and bitter side of nature. This is something which you need to add over here. The poet says that once he was in a sad and depressive mood, and a crow sitting on the tree shook off the dust of snow. The summary, basically, what happened, the incident, right? This is a simple incident, okay? This simple action, however, changed the poet's mood, that is, uplifted his mood. He realized that he had wasted a part of his day repenting and being lost in sorrow. But the change in the mood made him realize he should utilize the rest of the day in useful activity. His sorrow was washed away by the light shower of dust of snow. His spirit was revived and he got ready to utilize the rest of the day. And then finally, you can also conclude with the addition of the theme that nothing in nature is depressive or negative. Everything is positive. Nature acts as a healer, and even simple things can make a deep impact in our life. Either you can begin with the quote, or you can end with the quote, right? So I hope you are clear with the structure of your answer, and I hope I am helping you to frame your unique answers by giving you the points. Now your duty is to frame these answers on your own. Okay? And guys, this is your homework question. Narrate a similar experience of your life when nature intervened and changed your mood. Please do let me know your answers in the chat box, in the comment section. Okay, and also give me the word of the day so that I can take your comments, I can show your answers, and also you can improve on your answers, and we will also discuss the word of the day. So please let me know guys, how did you enjoy the session, and do hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel guys, please do subscribe to the channel and share this video amongst your friends so that they can also have a complete knowledge of the entire poem in just one shot. Okay, so till then guys, take care, bye bye, thank you, we'll see you again in the next class.